Okay. Now let's talk about Cheryl Reeve and Diana Taurasi. But before we get started, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Gertie Mac Show, taking y'all time to subscribe to the channel, liking and sharing my videos. I really appreciate all that. Now let's go. So the WNBA is about to crank this thing back up like Soldier Boy. Everybody is ready for the second half of the WNBA season to get back rolling like cinnamon roll dough. Now, Phoenix Mercury is going to be kicking things off in Chicago against Angel Reese in Chicago Sky today. I want to say 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But then August 16th on Friday, they're going to go down to Indiana, take on Indiana Fever and Chris's size, Caitlinclark. So you're going to get a chance to see Caitlinclark get back on the court as well. But then Phoenix Mercury is going to return back to Phoenix for their first home game since coming back from Paris to take on Chicago Sky again. So they basically have a repetitive schedule. But we're going to get some WNBA basketball today. Cheryl Reeve. So Cheryl Reeve, I want to say, got her third gold medal being the head coach of the Team USA Women's National Basketball Team. Now, this Olympics right here for her has been a little testy. It's been a little trying because, people did a lot of, had a lot to say about her. All the stuff about the Caitlinclark and all this kind of stuff. Even though Cheryl Reeve didn't really have a part in the committee of snubbing or whatever. But anyway, she's just been through a lot of stuff. Mainly all this stuff about starting Diana Taurasi. So when it comes down to it, a lot of people felt like Diana Taurasi was over there for a whole nother reason. That was strictly to get her sixth gold medal. Well, she got it. Now, she did start off starting, but then eventually she did, get benched. Which she seemed like she had no problem with that role. Like, she been in the league for a long time. She's a legend. It's going to go down in history. She is a vet. So sometimes it's not always about being on the court, getting points and starting. For her, she had a bigger purpose. Well, also, Minnesota Lynx, they play today as well. And I want to say they take on the Washington Mystics. So Cheryl Reeve and the Minnesota Lynx did a press conference. And let's just say, Cheryl Reeve, she was not having it today. She went off on a reporter for asking her about starting Diana Taurasi. And I'm going to just tell you right now, Cheryl Reeve got it popping like oven red and vodka with extra butter. Y'all check out this video.
Jeff Williams, Sports Page Magazine. This question is probably not for anybody here in this room, but more of a greater WNBA audience. Early in the qualifying rounds, you were getting some criticism, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, for starting Diana Taurasi.
I don't want to, we're not going to do this, Jeff.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
if I could build on Chris's question, so from a coaching perspective, the word pressure, expectations, et cetera, I felt really fortunate that what we had with the Lynx sort of prepared me for, because we had expectations every year. We wanted those expectations, that's what we were built for. We were trying to win championships. It's hard to do, to be in 6 WNBA finals out of 7 years, to win 4 championships. And I think what we learned in that process was to enjoy each journey and how different each journey was. A journey is a season, and how different. And so for USA Basketball, I tried, maybe in terms of what I wanted for them was for it to be special and not feel the load of, we have to win the 8th. Because I think then it gets lost, your own special journey gets lost. And it was our one, like locking, this was our one time that we would have this group together, and we would never be together again. You're not going to have the same group the next time. Because I think if you don't do that, then you would lose the joy in what you're doing. So we tried. I don't know if it was effective or not, but I know that's what I tried to have. And you can't help but to be in the position of, this day and age, the criticism and everybody having a blank idea that, when do we talk about in TV broadcasts, all you're talking about is playing time and who's in. or who's on the team or who's not on the team. This is what we've become. And so it makes this seat that I was sitting in, a little bit more challenging, a little less rewarding. And I think that's a sad commentary. And I'm really hopeful that, we can find our way going forward, that, the vitriol, et cetera, only hurts the game. And we can be much better than that.
Were the opportunity to present itself, would you be interested in doing it again?
That's the other thing I'm not going to talk about. That's the other thing we're not going to talk about. This is a celebration of what just happened.
So you heard Cheryl Reeve cut that report off, let them know we're not going to talk about Diana Taurasi. But you also heard her address other things as well, and about how sad it has come to the fact that people are asking questions and concerned about who is on the team, who is not on the team, who's playing. And the whole thing about who is not on the team was about Caitlin because that was the number one question in the media over and over again. Why Caitlin Clark wasn't on the team? She was snubbed. She should have been over there. And Cheryl Reeve is just saying, look here, is this what this has become to where people are concerned about who is not on the team? Everybody can't be on the team at the same time. It's only 12 players. Everybody can't be on there. It's going to be some people upset next year. And to a certain extent, you got to understand where Cheryl Reeve is coming from. If this is supposed to be about basketball, is it supposed to be about growing the WNBA? How have we resulted to making arguments and headlines every day about a player not being on a team or a player starting or this player shouldn't have started? Because of Diana Taurasi, they didn't want her to start. They feel like she should have been over there. It's a whole lot. But now she also went on to address how some of the veteran players, kind of really wasn't really buying into her coaching style and things she wanted to do, kind of like not listening to her. But Nefertaria was being able to kind of like facilitate getting through to the other players first. Cheryl Reeve, y'all check this part out.
Cheryl, when you look at this experience, so much talk about the players' time on the court together, but that goes for you too. Obviously, you've been coaching them through the last Olympiad as well, the World Championships. You've been there, but what was the perspective for you to build those relationships with people you're used to scouting against and trying to take down?
Yeah, I mean, it was a journey, right? There's a lot of different personalities and them getting used to me and my love for attention to detail. Sometimes great players think we don't need to do that. We're great players. And so trying to get them to buy into some of the ways that, I wanted this team to be able to be successful, and takes a leap of faith, takes trust. That's why it was important that Fee was along. Fee was a bit of an interpreter at times, and what she means is, but Fee just doing it. I was so proud of Fee and to be, to be coaching the team and to be during the game also feeling pride. Like it was, I know that's Fee. I watch her all the time, but to see her do it on that stage and to be so important to our overall success. That was one of the most meaningful things for me on this journey.
One thing you can say about Cheryl Reeve is she's not going to hold back. She's going to speak her mind, regardless you like it or not. It is what it is. But, I can see how some of the veteran players, was kind of like, not saying they weren't listening to her, but they, like she said, they great players. So sometimes she's trying to coach them and instruct them on this, and they're kind of like, why should we do that? But at least she had a player from the Minnesota Lynx on the team to help her kind of get through to the other players sometimes on things to do. Because like I said, they're coming together. They're from different teams. She coaches against these players. All these players probably didn't feel like she was the best coach for the team. Who knows? But just for the come and go of Team USA, they got to come together. But then, like I say, Cheryl Reeve, one thing about it, she's going to address the elephant in the room. She's going to speak her mind. Now, she shut that reporter down about that Diana Taurasi stuff. Diana Taurasi got her 6th gold medal. Like I said, she had a bigger purpose this time on playing. And it wasn't so much just about starting. Diana Taurasi didn't seem bothered at all about being benched. She was still cheering her teammates on like she was if she was on the court. And that's actually, to think about it, that's what a teammate's supposed to do. Well, no matter who's on the court winning, it's all about cheering on the team. And this whole thing about Caitlinclark, like Cheryl Reeve said in the first segment of this interview, had we came down to the point to where we're just going to critique and criticize people if a certain player don't make it on the team. We got 4 more years, this is going to happen again. And people are going to be upset. Most likely Angel Reese, Caitlinclark, Enrique, they're going to most likely, should be on the team. But then, what if you have another player that comes into the WNBA that's piping hot like a barbecue grill, and she don't get on? Then what happens? Then you're going to be upset about that player not making it. So I get what she's trying to say, but with the spotlight that the WNBA has now, they're critiquing everything. But y'all get in the comments, tell me what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop another video. And also follow my social media at GreaterMac15. Holla.